All right, let's get to that LeBron segment here. And look, it can be easy. All right, very, very nice, Blake. Very nice. For people watching on TV, that's what you get. For people listening, you're going to have to watch the video to find out what happened. But obviously, he's frustrated, okay? You look at the starting lineup.
Tired of all this bullshit.
I mean, basically, like that's what he was saying repeatedly to the whole team. Look at the starting lineup, okay? Stanley Johnson, Russell Westbrook, Malik Monk, Austin Reeves. Was there help off the bench? Melo, Gabriel, Bradley, Ellington, Horton Tucker, DJ Augustine saw some first half minutes. You know, that one took me by surprise. I forgot the Lakers had DJ Augustine.
Yeah, you know what? I tweeted as much, but you know it's a good night for the Raptors when DJ Augustine has a bad night.
I was going to say the Lakers actually do have a fair number of Gerald Henderson Award winners. I'm pretty sure Wayne Ellington has won it a few times.
Oh, yeah.
A former Piston.
I'm sure there are some Malik Monk ones from Charlotte as well.
Probably, yeah. I mean, you know, and then, you know, Stanley with the Tampa season. Anyway, listen. So I'm sure I understand why LeBron's upset. I understand that this team is 10 games under 500. I understand that there's not much for him to play through. Him last night, game time decision, literally 20 minutes before the game, he's like, all right, fine, I'll play. So, and then they come out and they give no effort whatsoever. Not just on LeBron. The whole team gives no effort. They're down 19-2. Frank Vogel has to call 2 timeouts in the first, 5 minutes. It's not good, right? However, I think there's just still is a standard in terms of, how you sort of perform. I mean, come on, right? So I wanted to get your thoughts on the rage meter. Let's just say 10 on the rage meter is, I mean, what's the angriest moment LeBron's had in his career?
I think a 10 on the rage meter would be he doesn't play that game. He's just so fed up that he's like, you know what? Call me for the play-in games.
Okay.
That's the 10 on the rage meter.
Okay. And then 0 is probably... 0 is just 0. Okay, we get that.
0, we've seen it in the playoffs. What a completely unbothered LeBron looks like.
Yeah, 0 is when the Raptors tied the series in 2016 at 2-2.
That's not adversity.
And then he said, "This is not I've been in adverse situations. This is not one of them." Right. This is why, by the way, we're gonna hate on LeBron because that man caused us torment. Okay. All right. So that's the range. Let me just get your thoughts on these 3 plays. Number 1, second quarter. Pascal drives, double team comes to him. He kicks out to the corner. Chris Boucher has an open 3, misses the open 3. And LeBron looks behind him. He's like, oh, yeah, that's Precious Achiuwa. He's on the 3-point line. He may or may not crash, but let me just stand here and get this rebound. Precious ends up crashing because, of course, he does, and this is the Raptors. Jumps twice against LeBron, wins the tap out, and then a loose ball, I think Boucher or Pascal or somebody on the Raptors picked it up. LeBron slaps the ball, commits the foul. Then he grabs the rebound and slams the ball 3 times really hard on the floor and then yells at everybody else. Even though it was his man, Precious Achiuwa, who won the offensive rebound. But anyway, your rage meter.
I'm gonna go low with that one. I think that I'm gonna give that a 4 because I think that's he's mad at himself. He knows that he messed it up and he's gonna yell at other guys, but inside, LeBron's too smart at basketball to not know that Precious was his man. And
he
that
looked
was
back at him too. He knew he was coming.
Yeah. So that's a low one. That's a more, I'm disappointed in myself than I'm mad at everyone else.
It was funny because he was yelling and then Wenyan and Gabriel walked across the camera and I'm like, man, leave this man alone.
Yeah. Are you really yelling at the guy who just got plucked from the G League to play 20 minutes a game for you?
Yeah. I mean, other guys could have helped LeBron. To be fair,
sure.
that might be an example of, hey, guys, let's wake up here, all right? It's the second quarter. We're down 25. Fans are booing us, whatever, right? But, okay, fine. That's low. That's fair. Next play, later in the game, LeBron and Scottie are going for a rebound. LeBron ends up pulling Scottie to the floor. Whatever. It's a box out. It's a foul, but whatever, man. Pull Scottie to the floor. Then LeBron, as the ball's going out of bounds, he has to jump to catch the ball. And he's not going to land inbound. So he's got to decide what to do. Now, I think it's a basketball play to throw it off somebody who was out of bounds. And Scottie was out of bounds. However, when you look back at the tape, there are 2 Lakers, Austin Reeves and someone else, who are waiting on the baseline like, hey, LeBron, throw it to us. We're going to start the fast break. We're going to do something good here. LeBron says, no. I am going to whip it as hard as I possibly can on a helpless rookie who's lying on the ground. I don't know if he hit him in the face or not. This is a big point of contention, but yeah, what's your rage meter assessment on this?
Yeah, that's like a solid 8.5. That's LeBron's mad when he's doing stuff where he has the guard up already of I'm not mad. That was just a basketball play. Yeah. He knows what he's doing. He saw those Lakers teammates.
Yeah.
That he's letting some frustration out. And I don't know if it's at Scotty Barnes individually. And maybe with the keeping it in bounds, I would lower that on the rage meter had he not also like kind of armbarred Barnes to the ground, right? Like he was pretty physical. I thought it should have been a loose ball foul before he tried to keep it in.
Sure, yeah.
Not to get all, the refs, like whatever. You miss calls and it's LeBron. Fine. He's going to get the benefit of the doubt.
And by the way, the worst call of the night was Precious literally twirling like this in position, like a foot away from Carmelo Anthony in the fourth quarter. And they were like, 3-point foul. And the replay, I mean, Nick already used his challenge at this point, but the replay showed he was nowhere near, like literally physically did not touch.
Frank Vogel using a challenge with 20 seconds left in that game, by the way. He should be fined today. Like, he should be assessed the technical foul after the fact.
That's Jim Boylan behavior. He was in Jim Boylan territory with that one. But yeah, LeBron in this play, I mean, like.
So I give it an 8.5.
Okay, that's fair.
He knew.
I mean, look. It is absolutely a basketball play to throw it off somebody to save possession. It is. I'm not contesting this whatsoever. And if you want to throw it extra hard so they can't catch it, I understand that too. But
even if he caught it, though, he was out of bounds. You could have just lightly passed it to him, and then as soon as he touches it, it's out of bounds.
You could have lightly passed it to him. Or you could have
passed it to one of your teammates.
I'm thinking you could have just passed it to your teammates because if you're focused on winning the game, and you can't be like, well, come on, LeBron didn't see him. Are you telling me LeBron doesn't have that core vision? Really? Really? When he's looking at the whole entire play, he can't find the player under the basket? No, I think he was taking some aggression on that play. It's really, I'm going to give that a 9, actually. I don't know how Scotty popped right back up, by the way.
I think it's one of those ones you got to, right? It's like when a guy gets hit by a pitch in baseball, the unwritten rule of baseball is you sprint down to first base. You can't let it show at all.
Okay.
Part of it might just be like, I don't know, maybe Scotty's like, you get the benefit of, he's obviously a very smart player, but to use like a term, like he's young and dumb. He's a rookie. He's like,
let's go to the next play.
Maybe you don't realize that maybe it's just cool that LeBron is frustrated with you.
No, this was not cool.
Yeah, no, it definitely wasn't cool. But good on Scotty for shaking it off, because I'm sure that is more annoying to LeBron than if Scotty had popped up and gotten his face or something.
I agree, actually. I really like that point. I think it really does show a lot of toughness to just literally move on to the next play, because that's all Scotty.
You're not going to phase me while we're winning, and I'm 6 of 6 from the floor.
By the way, so that play
it was at that point,
Scotty pops right back up. The Lakers have possession. The ball goes inside of Wenyen Gabriel, and Scotty blocks him back to back at the rim. Just that's his focus, winning the game. All right, not trying to abuse other rookies. All right, and then last play, last minute of the game, LeBron at this point very tired of his teammates, was not running back. Alvin pointed this out on the broadcast multiple times, how many times LeBron was just not getting back in transition. However, with a chance to get 30 points, at the end of the game, when the game was already decided, LeBron turns it on full speed, brings the ball up the floor. Pascal's in position, uses his off arm, gives it a little chicken wing, bumps him in the nose. Pascal's on the ground holding his head because, like, of course you would, man. You just took an elbow to the face from a man running full speed. But it's an and one for LeBron. No review on this play. LeBron just like yelling at Pascal afterwards, like.
Yeah, that's low on the rage meter for me. That's a pad your stats meter for me. That's not a I'm angry and I'm going to try to get 15 points back with this play. That's this game's useless. I'm going to get my 30 piece and go home.
Yeah, I know there's that meme that's been floating around on Twitter where there's like 4 Lakers on one side and it's like AD, Westbrook, I don't know, THT probably, and Melo, or let's say something, and they're just like, LeBron, we're down 30. It's time to check out the game. And he's like, nah, I got to stay to get my 30. Hashtag just a kid from Akron. Hashtag year 19. Hashtag whatever. It's like, yeah, man, just get your points and move on.
Tell you what, man, Melo was +7 last night. Westbrook was +4. LeBron was -21. I don't.
Okay, all right. We're going to go to our break. But before we actually do.
I just killed the +- stat. It's dead now. Single game +- can never be used again.